But we're going to be talking about the Boston Celtics specifically, namely Jaylen Brown. All right, guys, when it comes to Jaylen Brown, he is so important to the success of this team. This team won a championship last year off of Jaylen Brown's biggest moments. He was an NBA Finals MVP. He was a huge reason they had all that success in the playoffs. He was a huge contributor to their winning in the regular season last year. But really, this year has been kind of, below standard. If last year was his ceiling, we'd like to see him get back to that point. But this year has been very lackluster. He's had questionable availability, he's had injuries, he's missed time, not shooting the ball as well. It just hasn't been as effective a player. And it doesn't mean he's not a great player. In fact, I still think the Celtics can repeat as champions so long as Jaylen Brown is available and healthy. Now, according to Coach Mazzulla, at least this is what he's telling reporters, he said that Jaylen Brown is, quote, 100% in terms of his confidence in his readiness for the playoffs. Okay, so if he's 100% confident that he's going to be ready, then that means that he's healthy. If he wasn't healthy, then for a fact they would be sitting him out, if not for the first game, maybe the first two games of the playoff series that they have up and coming. I think they're going to play the winner. If I remember the bracket correctly, I think it's the Magic and the Hawks, maybe. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. I looked at it this morning, but I forgot. But, I guess he's been rehabbing. They said things are going well. He's continuing to take care of himself. That's the quote from Coach. That may or may not be true, but I will tell you guys this. The ability to be good, at least a good player contributing, is going to be crucial for the Celtics to repeat. They cannot repeat without Jaylen Brown being healthy. If he's half of what he is normally, it's probably not going to be enough to win this year. This year is very different. The Cavs are much better. The East is much better. The West is much better. You're going to get some hungry teams that you're going to meet in these playoffs. And Kristaps Porzingis does not have a good track record of being healthy. And as amazing as Jason Tatum is, and I give Jason Tatum a lot of credit for always being there, available to play and carry his team, and the steps that Derek White has taken this year, and the ability of Peyton Pritchard to step up all season long, they're not enough to win the NBA Finals. Jaylen Brown is going to have to be available, and he's going to have to play well if they're going to repeat. Kristaps Porzingis is a huge X factor. I don't want to downplay that, but he's more injury prone than Jaylen Brown, and he's less reliable. So if I have questions on Kristaps Porzingis, and I have questions about Jaylen Brown, can I really count on Al Horford to fill in those spots? Or Luke Cornett? Can I really expect that to replace the productivity and the dynamics and the threat of what Kristaps Porzingis is? Or do I have some combination of players that are going to do what Jaylen Brown can do, which is lock up the other team's best wing player? Right? Jaylen Brown is a phenomenal defender, a very strong, powerful, willing, tenacious defender. And they don't have another guy like that. Derek White is a great defender, but he's not built like Jaylen Brown. Derek White is a phenomenal defending the point guard position, the smaller, the guard size players. I don't know if I want Derek White defending a larger forward type player on a lot of possessions. If it happens situationally, I'm good with that. I think Derek White can hold his own, but in the prime spots, in the big time spots, I got a Jaylen Brown on my roster. That's the guy I want. And if he's unable to do that, and if he's unable to drop 15, 20 points in a big spot, maybe 25 in a big game when it's needed, some games where Tatum might not have it, right? Some games where Porzingis may not have it or is not available. Guys, the Celtics can't repeat without a healthy Jaylen Brown. I think that's pretty clear. What do you guys think about his health? What do you think about the chances of the Celtics repeating if Jaylen Brown isn't 100% healthy? What do you think their chances are currently as it stands with his situation? I'm telling you guys, I think the Celtics, I don't think they can get past the Cavs without a fully healthy team. I think the Cavs are absolutely like that. And without Jaylen Brown, I think the Knicks could really give the Boston Celtics some problems, seriously. And the finals, just forget about it. No. Without a healthy Jaylen Brown, you are not sniffing the finals. What do you guys think? Let me know. Like, share, subscribe, drop me some comments. We'll see you guys on the next video.